have scenes like this put you off taking your little ones to a football match?
Referee, that is terrible!
What are you doing?
You're learning your side, bro.
Did you forget your glasses?
Right, ref, no. So throw it.
Well, there's a new trial across England which could put a stop to all that. A recent survey by the BBC revealed 98% of referees have received abuse from players, spectators and coaches. However, an FA scheme will see match officials wearing body cameras to help descale situations like that. And Canavan is the refereeforum.com podcast host and joins us now. Morning to you. And how much of a problem has this become in the game in recent years?
Good morning, Pat. Thanks for having me on. It's a massive problem. There's no way to sugarcoat this at all, especially in the past 2 to 3 years. It's got significantly worse with threats of abuse and indeed physical assault pretty much being now part of football at grassroots. And it's really, really shameful that this kind of toxic culture has been allowed to manifest in the game.
And is it off-putting to those who want to play or, go along to their favourite sport?
Absolutely. I mean, your typical fan, it does not display this sort of behaviour, but it's a very loud, very vocal minority that does unfortunately spoil it for everyone else. And you look at the numbers over the past couple of years, since coming back from COVID, if you like, but thousands and thousands of referees at grassroots have just said, you know what? I'm not coming back to that. That's not the reason I got into refereeing. I don't want to be abused. I don't want to be assaulted. So go ahead and sort your own football out because I'm not going to be a referee anymore.
And what kind of abuse have you seen referees receive?
Well, the little clip that you played just there was very tame in comparison to what your typical referee will hear. And I wish it was contained just to grassroots adult football, but where I referee, I hear reports every weekend of referees as young as 14 and 15 years old being abused by parents on the sideline, being, without going into the specific language, it's some of the worst possible language. The C word, for example, is get thrown about to these young referees. They have full breakdowns on the field of play. These young referees leaving the field of play in tears, never wanting to have anything to do with football after they're exposed to this sort of abuse.
So you're hoping that body cams will help. The police and other emergency services have worn them for a while now. Do you think they'll make a difference to the way players and fans behave?
I mean, there's good and bad sides to the argument that body-worn cameras can have a difference. The two main ones are that people who abuse referees or think about abusing referees, when the referee activates their body-worn camera, they get a little display of what's being recorded at the time. So a deterrent might be that the abuser sees themselves about to be caught on camera and it makes them change their mind. Hopefully the camera works as a deterrent, but failing that, if the abuse does continue, there's then evidence, video, audio, to be used as a misconduct report so that the people who do abuse referees have nowhere to hide. Because at the moment, all that gets done is a written misconduct report, and obviously that can be challenged by the people who are accused of abusing referees, saying, well, that's just their opinion. It never happened like that. There's no evidence apart from their word. And don't get me wrong, there are some referees who will embellish their reports to make it sound like they've been abused worse than they were. But the truth is, there's no smoke without fire. This is a huge problem. And is body cam the introduction of body cams the magic bullet that will solve this? No, I don't think it is. It's a treatment of a symptom rather than the cause of this toxic abuse of match officials in football.
Really good to talk to you. Thank you for your insight and for being with us. That's Ant Canavan then from the refereeforum.com podcast. And of course, if you're a ref, a fan or a player yourself, we would love to hear your stories and also your thoughts as to whether the body camera scheme will make a difference to the level of abuse that referees receive. You can text 81333. Start your message with the word Kent.